Good morning. I've not long been out of bed, as you can tell, and I'm just going to show you some of the things that I do in the mornings to start the day. Right, so I'm going to start with my feet and knees hip distance apart. I'm tucking my tailbone between my legs, and as I do that, I feel a lengthening, particularly of my lower back here. I'm then going to check that my external obliques are slightly engaged, and I pull the ribs in a little bit here. Okay, now I'm feeling my abs nice and firm. Let's take 10 pelvic floor exercises. Let's tighten the pelvic floor and draw it up, hold it up tightly, stay there, take a deep breath. And gently exhale. And let the pelvic floor go all the way down. And do it again. Zip up all of those pelvic floor muscles. As you pull up the pelvic floor, make sure that your bottom is just a little bit loose. It's not squeezing so tight there's no wobbly bits. And then gently let the pelvic floor go. And go again, zip it up. As I breathe in, my ribs are going to go out. And as I breathe out, my ribs are going to come in. And I let the pelvic floor go and keep going, zip up. And let go. Every time I move my hand up, you'll see that, well, I am pulling up my pelvic floor. And every time I move my hand down is when I'm letting go of my pelvic floor. So we've got around 4 more to go. If possible, breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Using the nose for inhalation and exhalation is much better for you. So now we've woken up the pelvic floor, we're going to zip it up and we're going to keep it up. Instead of putting it up to 100%, we're just going to pull it up part way. So if you think about your tummy as, instead of it having a cheesy grin, it's just having a little bit of a smile, a little bit of a rubber there. Okay, so that's your tummy all nice and firm, protecting the spine in its neutral alignment. Okay, so taking one foot, I'm going to point and flex, do a few of those, maybe some circles, and the other side, pointing and flexing, and some circles. Okay, I'm placing that foot down. Right, imagine a tree on each side of you. They're apple trees. You're going to take your legs wide, tuck under, and the palm of the hand faces the ceiling as you take an apple from that tree. Look at my hips. And then I'm going to take an apple from that tree. This is going to help lengthen the muscles around the spine. But I want you to really be gripping the tummy muscles as you go. Yeah. All right, and stop. And then we're doing hamstring curls. I often see people do hamstring curls and they do this with their bum, or worse still, there's something like this. So tuck under, keep lengthened, and then we do your hamstring curls as well. And then maybe reaching up and adding those two things in together. Brilliant. And pop it down. Okay, so hopefully you feel okay here. If not, then maybe we needed a few more pelvic floors and a little bit of a smaller movement and gradually coming on from there. So find a piece of furniture. I've used it in a chair, but it could be anything else, this height, or if you want to make it easier, it could be this height. And if you want to make things much more challenging, you go down on the floor. So I'll use the chair because it is morning, so I'm going to make it a little bit easier for myself. Taking my bottom back and reaching away like this. Hold it there, something like 20 to 30 seconds. If anything hurts, don't do it. Yeah, let me know. Then I'm going to come back with my feet towards the chair again. Drop my head, arch my spine, cat stretch. From cat stretch, I'm going to move and go into cow stretch. Shoulders back. Good. All right, this time I'm going to step 1 foot back and stretch this way. Good. And then come back and cat stretch to cow stretch, dip in the lower back, shoulders back away from ears. Okay, and take that foot, the other foot back and reach it up. Yeah, I'm moving quite quickly. You could do the same as me, but 20 to 30 seconds in these stretches tend to work quite well. And then coming back again. Right, now for a bit of strength. You can repeat your pelvic floors. You can even do it from sitting down if you want to. You could be on the palms of your hands as you come into your plank, or you could be on your forearms. On forearms, get your elbows closer together than your wrists and your shoulders will behave themselves. If your wrists are closer than your elbows, then your shoulders are going to go up. Use your pelvic floor as you stay there. And try to be a diagonal line from the crown of your head all the way down to your heels. A little bit of shaking is okay. Make sure that you're not resting your rib cage on the chair. If you're not sure of your alignment, you can always set up recording or get someone to take a picture of you, send that on to me and I'll have a little look at it for you. So the plank, you're aiming to get up to 1 minute each time you do it. And then after the plank, just maybe have a little bit of mobilisation, maybe come back in to pick the apples, hamstring curls, and then go with it again. All right, hopefully that is going to help set you up for the day. Thank you very much.